All right. Mike Butler here, and I'm coming to you live from one of the most exciting places I've been lately, and that's in my office. And from my office, I can tell you that things are getting really exciting in regards to the fact when you know that you have the technology that you are bringing to the world that can actually affect people's lives in such a very positive way, that gets really, really exciting. And that's about where we're at right now, because over the last few months, we've been diligently working away on the platform to be able to introduce the biophotonic charger to the world. And we've been testing and we've been utilizing the product ourselves, coming up with some amazing testimonials, some amazing results. And, you know, this is the time for people to start paying attention to what is going on here, because now is the time when we're actually ready to start marketing this to the world and start introducing it to people for their practices, whether they're into yoga or they're personal trainers, no matter what it is, whether you're a chiropractor. I was just on the phone today with a chiropractor down in the States. And there's an individual who has brought us some very good customers through his practice. So he brought a couple of his clients onto the calls who had some questions. They've been using the technology on a regular. Absolutely love what the heck is going on with the technology. And so it was a great opportunity for me to answer their questions, have them get more comfortable with their place utilizing the app and the benefits, getting the benefits that are coming with it. So everybody within earshot of this, for the people who are already app owners, I hope you're using the app often. I hope you're using the app correctly. And I hope you're reaping the benefits from doing it enough, consistently enough, so that you know the difference. You feel the difference. And you know that there's been a shift in your internal functionality from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. You know that things are functioning better all the way around. Because if you're doing it consistently enough, you're charging your water and structuring your water nicely so that the effect is deep and profound, you're noticing the difference. So, with that, some of the benefits that you should be noticing, and this is in particular to the people who are aware. They know their bodies. They understand how it functions from day to day. They know the feelings that they have from day to day, and they're much more able to assess the changes that are happening as they're happening for them. So, as an example, people should be noticing deeper, deeper hydration, where it's more complete hydration and it goes to the cellular level. So, your body now is able to hydrate and detox much better. Your cells are functioning much better. Everything is plumped up, starting on the inside, eventually showing itself on the outside with the way your complexion is, your skin is nice and soft and smooth and nice and clear. So all of these things are happening because of how you're tuning yourself on the inside, how you're hydrating yourself. Because when you're consuming this water or spraying with this water, if you think of yourself like you're an automobile, like you're a car, you just went to your mechanic and got yourself the absolute best tune-up, high-performance tune-up that you could possibly get. Well, maybe there's a little bit extra that we could add in there in the performance part. But let's just say that from a water frequency energy point of view, you got to tune up like you would not believe, and things are functioning at a much different level. How much so that you're actually feeling increased energy. You know that you can go and you can do the things that you want to do and not get bagged out, not get tired. Your afternoon sluggishness goes away because you're energized. Things are functioning better. If you feel a little sluggish, you can just give yourself a little spray or drink another glass of water, and it will instantly pump up that energy and that vitality throughout the day. You will feel better every single day as you use and consume this water, because this water is, in essence, your life. It is what your life is all about. Your blood is water. Everything is water. Your blood's water with red dye, in essence. Everything in your body is surrounding in water. Your brain is soaked in structured water, but now it's soaked in structured, energized water, because now the functionality, even in your brain, is going to be better. It's going to be enhanced. You're going to think clearer. The confusion, the fog, if it's there, it's gone. Everything's going to be better. If you're a person who likes to work out and you like to know that you're doing the best that you can for your body, heck, you need to know about this. I believe I'm booking for a fitness expo this weekend in a little town just to the west of me here. I'm going to be interested to see how this goes over with a group of people who are into wellness and fitness. It's going to be amazing. And I do believe that I should have center stage there in order to present this, because when we do these kinesiology tests and show people what the water can do, you can bet your bottom dollar that it's going to draw attention, and I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. So we're going to have the ability to introduce to all these people the deeper hydration at the cellular level, the increase in energy, how they're going to feel. I hope they're working out there when we get there, because at the same time, while all this is going on, I want to show them the improvement in their strength. I hope they're beat and worn out so I can show them how quickly they can feel better and recover when we're giving them the water to drink and to spray. All of these things come together in order to create the perfect environment for somebody who wants to work out and absolutely get the best out of their workout and out of their body. This is going to do it for them. So, additionally, when it comes to how your body is functioning inside, what do you want? You want to improve your immune system. You want to be able to stave off diseases, and you want your body to do the work for you. You do not want to go chasing your diseases after they have manifested themselves into your body. You want to knock them the hell out before they ever get there. And in order to do that, that's the combination of the hydration, it's the combination of the detoxification, it's the combination of energizing every cell to give that knockout punch in order to keep your body healthy. What you're literally doing is, if you've ever seen our biophotonic man drinking the water and spraying, you're turning the biophotonic man loose inside your body to knock out all that negativity and pump up all the goodness that's in you. So by knocking out the bad, powering up the good, everything inside you elevates in functionality. You're a better human being for it. Share it with everybody you know. They're better human beings because of it and because of you. So all of these things combine to give you a stronger immune system, more resilience to fight off all the things that are coming at you. Never mind the fact that drinking the water, spraying yourself is giving you protection from EMF, which is the silent, deadly thing that's attacking you on a constant basis. It's trying to knock you out. So now what you're going to do is you're going to flip the table on them, throw some judo or some karate at them, flip that thing out of there with your biophotonic water and your spraying and the biophotonic man and say, boom, you know what? We've got something for you, because there's no way in the world that we're going to let you take over our bodies in this situation or any situation. Our bodies are our temples. And as long as we take care of it and understand how to take care of it, and that's why we're here, we're going to help people to guide them to this simplistic way of taking care of their body. And it's simple. Just use the app on everything that you're consuming. Spray the water on things that you're eating and consuming. Spray it on your body. Spray it everywhere. Feed your plants, feed your animals. Everybody wants this water. And the things that it does for your body is the same thing that it's going to do for your plants. And it's the same thing that it's going to do for your animals or your pets. So if you want better meat, cleaner meat, and you're a farmer, if you could find a way to feed this to your animals, oh my goodness gracious, we're taking next level of wellness into the food that we're going to consume additionally. So many different ways that this thing comes to interact with your life as a whole. The plants that are being grown for food, imagine now that they're getting fed the water that's going to feed them and make them powerful for your body when you eat it. And you know what? There's things that I know in regards to this that actually goes even further. Because when you have the right frequencies, I probably will get shut down for this one, because when you have the right frequencies within the water and you're spraying it on your plants in the fields, the right frequencies can do what pesticides are doing, which means that there is a way to not have to use pesticides on plants that are going to feed us if we understand how to use frequencies in its place. Some of these things, there's companies out there that don't want us to know that there's things like this available, that these things are possible. But for us as humans, as people who are caring people, who need to spread the message and have people understand that there is a better way, that we don't have to be hooked and dragged down or led down these fake garden paths that are not healthy for us, that aren't giving us what we actually need for our bodies to stay healthy. We need to follow the science from the people who study our bodies and understand what our bodies are and what our not bodies need. We do not need to follow the science that was created in order to sell pharmaceuticals. Because if you go to your doctor and he is prescribing you something because of an issue that you have one main question to ask that individual. And that is, will this cure my problem? Cure my problem. Because otherwise, it's not curing it and it's managing it, depending. These are just what you want to understand when you go down that road. What level of effectiveness are you looking for? Here, we're not guaranteeing anybody anything other than the fact that you're putting the right water into your system, the right energy into your system, And your end results will that your body internally will function better and more precisely as it was designed. You do not want things in your system that are going to interfere with that internal functionality. You always want to pump it up and make it so that inside everything is running at its absolute finest level. So now we've talked about the immune system and your resilience and the functionality. So what about sleep quality? So when it comes to that, I'm going to tell a little story. Now, some people know about my story in regards to the fact that I've been in a very bad car accident in 1977 when I was 20 years old. That car accident changed my life. I walked around for the next about 35 years with my health declining because of the trauma that was caused to my back in that accident, to the point where I was walking around with like a hunchback in 2009, back in those areas. And it was getting to the point where the pain was so consistently bad that I didn't know if I was going to be okay in the long run. And as I've told the story many times, I was on vacation, went out the next day because I know my vacation was not going to be fun. So the next day I went out and started buying everything I could possibly find and ended up finding something that had frequencies in it that when the man tested me, and I could feel that there was a definite difference because prior to it, I was a piece of garbage. I was no good at all. My body would crumble at the thought of trying to resist somebody. And then when I was introduced to the frequency, oh my goodness gracious, I was strong, powerful. So I worked with frequencies for 20 years. And to this point now, having this technology available, well, this has just taken it to the absolute next level of what everything that I thought I knew, that I now know is that and so much more. So over the last little while, I've had some pain return to my body. Over the weekend, I can tell you that I had been in significant pain, and this pain was directly in my hips. So on my right side of my body, it felt like there was a vice clamping down right into the cheek of my right butt, right through my hips, and that was going down into my right leg. So I started thinking about everything that I know and what I've done over the years. I've had this pain before and I got rid of it. So I started to do testing. You've heard me talk of dowsing. So I was dowsing water, checking for the frequency, the amount of energy. I had 3 different waters laid out. Bottom line is, I got to the point where more of this I'll talk about tomorrow, but I got to the point where I did something, and what I did literally had my pain go away in probably about 30 minutes. And I'm telling you, that pain was very significant. I went all day yesterday with this thing on my body. And then at the end of the day, I took it off. Now, this is just so you can understand how much testing and information you can gather when you play with your app, your water, and you can learn things along the way. Don't just take our words for it for everything that we've shown you. We're going to learn and we're going to share and all that stuff too. But it's just like I was speaking to the doctor, like I said earlier. He's doing his own experimenting as a chiropractor, utilizing different ways of enhancing people's pain and then having them see how much they can take and then how much it changes when they are introduced to the biophotonic energy. So for me, Yesterday, the pain was bad, but no, yeah, no, sorry. Yesterday, the pain was good until the end of the day when I'm going to bed. So when I'm going to bed, I took all my clothes off. I took everything off that I had on. And after I laid into my bed, I can tell you that within 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes, I could feel the pain coming. And it was coming, and it was coming strong. I tried to go and lay there and not paid any attention, and eventually it just got worse and worse. So I got up out of my bed and I took the belt out of my pants and I put it on. And after I put that belt on, I strapped it on and to my waist and I went back to bed. And I can tell you that it wasn't even, I don't know if I even got completely into the bed before I knew that there was some change. The pain had diminished. I laid down into the bed and I can tell you that I felt totally different. Not only did I feel totally different, I went to sleep. Must have been so quickly because I don't remember actually anything after I laid down into my bed. I don't remember laying there, tossing or turning or anything. I just remember waking up in the morning. So, whatever had happened, it eliminated my pain that had me in so much discomfort that I was tossing and turning and not able to sleep, to the fact that it knocked me out and took away my pain, knocked the pain out and put me to sleep all in one swift, very swift moment. So, more about this, you will all learn about tomorrow on the Wednesday night call. So, I'm looking forward to sharing more of that with you. So, so now we've got better sleep quality, we've got more restful recovery. So, we know that when you apply frequencies to old injuries or whatever it is situation that you have going on, it can help to reduce the inflammation, which in turn reduces the amount of pain. Now, if you've got bone on bone in your back and the disc in your back, or you got bone on bone in your knee and stuff like this, the amount of relief is probably going to be limited to how much inflammation because it's not going to stop the bone on bone scenario that you're dealing with. But there should be some relief. And we're, always experimenting because I'm in the wellness industry. I have people who have gone home today and they are testing certain things to see how their results are. So there's constantly things going on where we're looking for the answers to bring to people on the calls as far as how things are functioning, how things are working. Now, when you're treating yourself on the inside with the water and the energy and it's doing everything, we told you about the smoother skin and how that all comes out from the inside to the outside. And I even think that it's helping to actually manage to keep my hair a little bit more on the black side rather than on the gray or white side, because down my temple, my hair has been as white as that guy on the Fantastic Four, the stretchy man. So right now, I have a lot of black in that area, whereas if I don't do anything, I'm sure that it would be all just white as white can be. So, and I've watched my hair go very white and then go darker because of different things. So, as an example, sometimes if you consume copper, it will help your hair maintain some of the blackness in it and stuff like that. So I know there's things that work. But also with this, I know that this is what has been the regular for the last several months, and it's the only explanation I can give you as to why it seems like I'm having less gray come as it does come. We mentioned reduce inflammation in your system because it seems like with drinking this water, it's literally flushing the inflammation right out of your system and allowing your body to reduce the amount of pain that it's in, changing the overall intelligence of what's going on inside your body. So your joint discomfort will be less because there's less inflammation. It's calming the nerves and soothing the negative activity that's going on. And absolutely, we do believe and know that if you will consume at least 1 to 2 cups of this water when it's hot on a daily basis, it's going to dive deeper and deeper into your system and create even more significant results and more quick results because of the fact that we know that the energy is stronger and how it attacks the negativity inside your body is faster when it's hot or warm water that you're putting in. So we know that we're going to have more mental clarity and the ability to focus more. So with this, you need to take into account the type, if you're the kind of person who needs to use your brain at your job or you're going to school or anything like that, and you want a less challenging approach to the things that you do on a daily, it's simple. Spray yourself and drink the water. This is going to remove the EMF out of your head, out of your body. When the EMF is gone, the signaling that's going on inside your body is going to be stronger. It's going to be more direct. Your ability to retain information is going to be enhanced. Your ability to recall information is going to be enhanced. So if you're studying and you want to go take an exam, you need to make sure you drink the water and spray yourself before you go into that room on account of the fact that, listen, these schools are filled with Wi-Fi. They're everywhere. Towers are probably standing outside the schoolyard. So by doing this, you're neutralizing all that EMF. You're clearing the path for you to retain the knowledge that you absorb, and you're clearing the path for you to recall the knowledge that you have absorbed. So that when you're in the process of taking that test and you want that information, you call it, you get it. That's the better way to go about it. So the focus, if you've got projects that you're working on, you can dive in and your mental clarity and your focus is going to be there to enhance your ability to do it and do it well. What you need, what you want every day to be the best person that you can be. So when it comes to how you're interacting with the people that you're around or your family and all of these things, imagine having a more calmer and a more understanding and a more forgiving feeling within yourself because you're not being attacked by spike waves coming at you. We've now enhanced the ability to reduce the negativity coming off your cell phone. So everybody's spending all day on their cell phone, whether they're texting, whether they're playing, whether they're talking, whatever it is. The cell phone has taken over our lives. It's the most dangerous tool almost on the planet to put into your daily hands and to be using consistently. You need to neutralize the cell phone. And you do that when you have the app that's going through your phone and you use the phone every day to charge your water, do whatever you're doing, your food, whatever it is. But by utilizing the phone consistently and having that energy come down from the lab in Germany into your cell phone and then going out, you're turning your cell phone into a less dangerous tool In turn, it's going to make you a happier, healthier person with more emotional stability and able to deal with the challenges that come your way on a day-to-day. So there is no limit to how deep and how far the benefits of the biophotonic water and the biophotonic charger go in order to help you to interact with people in a more positive way. You've got the reduced brain fog, you've got less mental fatigue, you've got less physical fatigue, everything is running well. You should have a greater sense of presence, a greater sense of awareness to the things going on around you. Things should come to you much more easily. I have found that definitely, whether it's luck or just things, it just seems to be much, much smoother. Things seem to be flowing in a much more positive direction. And I hope you're all feeling that too, to be honest with you. Because if you're drinking enough and spraying enough, you should have that presence, that awareness to say that life is good. And I just want it to get better from here. So you've got improved memory, you've got improved cognitive ability. Everything is working good all through here, all through everywhere. In your body, there is no doubt if you're drinking this water consistently and spraying consistently, you have no doubt that you have a greater sense of well-being. You feel healthier. You act healthier. You move healthier. Your flexibility is increased. Everything is better when you drink biophotonic charged water and spray water, spray your food. When you're spraying it, you're putting biophotons and frequencies into your food. It's neutralizing EMF in your food, and then you're consuming healthier food that's going to be more bioavailable to your system. You're consuming the frequencies with the food and the biophotons with the food all at the same time. And I can tell you, spraying your food does not change your food. It still tastes the same. You're not soaking it, you're just misting it and stirring it up, mist it some more. As I said before, I spray my muffin. I break my muffin in half and then I spray the inside before I eat it. Am I getting carried away? Maybe. But you know what? It's my body and I care about my body. So I'm doing everything that I can to enhance my body's internal functionality and neutralize all that negativity that's in there. So, with that said, this is how it is. This is the future. Tomorrow night on tomorrow's call, we're going to see if we've got some exciting announcements to bring forth in regards to the biophotonic charger. And hopefully at that point, we're looking to have a whole bunch of people on tomorrow night's call. So anybody who is available should be there on tomorrow's call. Joe, I'm coming at you, my friend. So just a second, get you to unmute yourself. Okay, Joe, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Butler?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. A few quick questions, if I may.
Absolutely, shoot away.
Okay, first of all, plastic versus glass. I was trying to get a hold of some spray bottles in glass, but the only thing I found quickly was plastic. Is there any preference over that, or does it matter?
The preference, let me just turn that down a little bit, get a little feedback. The preference is the glass. You can charge directly through the glass a lot easier. When you're doing it with the plastic, it will still go through the plastic, but you can understand that the concern is plastic particles that might be embedded into the water to not make it a better situation rather than glass.
Right. So
It's
there's a possibility.
microplastics you're worrying about with the plastic.
Right. So there's the possibility of microplastics.
Well, in this day and age, the way I understand it, it's everywhere, and that seems to turn into a major, major concern across every avenue that I've come across at this point. So
Right.
it's
Right.
just a way of eliminating that out of the scenario. So, you know, I don't know if it's possible that even your spray bottle there, your cap might actually fit on a glass bottle. So now in it's something you can try to see if that would, because that's kind of how I ended up with this one. The one that I have did not have a spray on top of it when I got it. This was an old CBD bottle that I scraped the label off of and paint off of it, and then I just found a sprayer and screwed it onto it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll do that. One thing I noticed though with glass or now I have one supposed to be very BPH friendly, all that stuff. I've tried that. So when I do the plastic, if I have plastic, I go to the top as opposed to the
Yes,
side. So I
yes.
go to
I would
the.
not go through. Let's see. Hold that one up again so I can see it. Is that clear, or is
Uh,
that?
it's clear, but you've got some little
Oh,
things on it, and you see you have a scale on the
yeah.
milliliters
Okay.
and
Well, the scale is not the problem, as long as it's clear and it's okay. Yeah, it's
yeah,
really hard to see with the camera. I see it there now. Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's got some little
Yeah.
decorations on
Okay.
it, and it's supposed to be good BPH free and all that
BPA.
stuff
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's good.
But the best thing to do, I guess, you got to best go to Bester. Is that a word? Bester? Find a Bester vessel.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
what I noticed as well is that there's a charge that's maintained. This is a glass, right?
Yeah.
Is that in clear? So I noticed that, like you're saying, fooling around and just testing with everything. I take honey with bee propolis in the morning, and I zap that right, and I notice there's a difference in the taste.
Yeah.
And so when I either muscle test or do a pendulum, I notice that it's very activated with energy.
Yeah.
Um, so what I noticed though is that the vessel remains activated once the
Yeah.
liquid is gone.
Yeah, it's interesting you should say that. I've noticed this over the course of time, and this is over probably a couple of years now, even prior to this, that when we're using glass, certain glass will actually hold, and I would imagine I'm trying to figure out what it is it's got to be the silica maybe in the glass. If the content of the silica in there is strong, that it would hold that energy a longer period of time. Because I actually have one of those meters, for checking energy frequencies. Well, not frequency, but it's EMF. And I've actually had glass that actually made the thing go off.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah. So that means it's actually holding more than just the frequencies. It's actually holding probably radiation too,
Right,
depending on,
radon or something, or yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. So I mean, if that's happening, so like when you're saying about the about your experience there with your belt, right?
Yeah.
So this potential that even our clothes will maintain a charge. It all depends what we're wearing and all that stuff.
Well,
So
actually, it's funny you should mention that too, on account of the fact that you've seen GJ on our calls.
no, not really. I haven't. I'm kind of a newbie here, so I haven't seen many calls.
Okay. GJ, she is very, very sensitive to all things that are not natural or organic.
Hmm.
And she notices the difference with the clothes that she wears And she is, in essence, I would class her, you remember the movie The Boy in the Bubble? Allergic to everything.
Right, right.
Okay, so that's kind of where she is.
Wow,
And
pretty intense.
so she is to the point where she even sprays herself before putting clothes on to create that barrier between the clothes and her body if necessary.
Right. Well, like I said, I charge everything and experiment with everything. And I noticed though, somebody mentioned, I don't know, yeah, I think it was somebody tried it on their beer,
Oh yeah, yes,
and
yes,
they lost the fizz or whatever. I
yeah,
noticed that too in something too. Maybe it reacts to CO2 in a funny way or something.
yeah.
But
Carbonated drinks are not the best place to go test this thing on. It's
right,
going to
so what?
flatten it.
Well, yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying in a case like that, like I noticed that with my espresso. I'm an espresso guy, so I
Okay,
noticed that with my espresso that some of the bubbles, that you get with a good espresso machine that
right,
makes it
yes,
right.
yes,
Um, and I place the light under it on it, and it disappears. It does change the taste of the espresso. Maybe not the best because maybe some of that fizz that's in there that's produced through the pressure is what makes it taste good or whatever. But what I experimented, so I I I take an espresso cup, just the warm water. I put some lemon and a teaspoon of honey in there. And then I zap it. Is that a proper terminology? What would you say? I photonic.
charge it, yeah,
Okay, I charge it,
yeah.
and then I'll have that little hot espresso with a pinch of lemon juice and honey, and I take it, and it's like a
Like a hot toddy.
yeah, but it's a charger. It's like taking some kind of greens that I've just
Yeah, imagine what you're going to get out of that when you look at the espresso and what it's got for caffeine, and then how it's going to interact inside your body. It's going to go deep as soon as it goes in.
Okay, so but the experiment is now. Remember how I said the espresso cup? I guess this is some kind of ceramic or some kind of bone china or whatever.
Mhm.
Is remains charged. So
Yes,
as opposed to uh, charging the fresh brewed espresso, I charge it. I brew it in that cup.
yeah.
The cup has a charge. I test for energy, and the energy is in there, but the espresso hasn't really changed.
It hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed the taste,
Okay.
but if prior to it, but if you just charge it,
It tells me
it
that,
does.
well, what it's trying to tell me there, I think, is that your cup is still holding a charge, but it's not the depth of the charge as the using the app on it.
Exactly. So if somebody doesn't like the altered taste of their whatever they're testing or whatever, that's one way to do that because it doesn't really change because it's not a direct charge, but
Impact.
you're
It's not a
drinking you're
direct
drinking
impact.
a product that's charged.
I guess,
So that's my question.
one of the things that I like to put into perspective with what you've just said is the fact that only thing that you really said is that you've been trained to enjoy the taste of the coffee the way it was on account of the fact that that's all you had.
Bitter or whatever.
Right.
Exactly. Right.
So now it's like the same thing. I can tell you that I'm sitting here this evening. Well, you can't see it, but this here, I did that, a structuring of that, and oh my goodness gracious, it's like so smooth. Whereas I was to the point where I had been trained to really enjoy that bite that it had on account of the fact that it's a drink. You'd expect it to have a bite.
Right.
But now I've got it to the point where, oh my God, that's so smooth.
You've taken the edge off.
It's taken the bite out of it, and now it's like next level of delicious.
Right. 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 Yeah.
Mm.
That's yeah, that's a very good point.
We
Um,
have to retrain ourselves now to realize what goodness is all about.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, holding charge. Going on to the next question. When you have your cell phone, your app has to be activated in order for it to counter EMF. Is that correct? It's not
No,
if it,
that's
no.
not correct.
Oh,
Your
so
app, when you use your app on a daily basis, you're recharging the precious metals in your phone.
okay.
So I've actually done, you try it yourself. I've done the pendulum on my phone, and I've
Yeah.
done the pendulum on somebody else's phone that doesn't have the app on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
now I don't know if it's because I've got other things in my phone, but my phone gives me a good, mine gives me the positive.
So you've got a product there that's countering the edges, as you say, right?
The spike waves of the
The spike
phone.
waves.
Yeah,
So I mean, and that's the reason why we have to recharge it because they're bombarded by EMF on an ongoing basis, as are we.
constantly.
So that's why
Exactly.
we have to reapply because
Absolutely.
okay, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm finally
And
starting to get this.
even your phone. So check this out now. So you know that we spray the floor in order
Yes,
to create that vortex.
done that. As a matter of fact, I was liking Marcel and Paula. They ran me through a lot of tests there,
Yeah, yeah,
which was that was one. That's pretty amazing. So you start with a spray of water on your back right heel, go across to your front left,
yeah.
then you go back to your left heel, then you go back to your front, not back, then you go to end off at your front right.
Well, main thing is that you're making an X and you're doing it, you start one spot, you come across, and then you're going counterclockwise to get to the last spot. That's the
Counterclockwise.
main thing to remember is that no matter where you start from, your
Mm-hmm.
next spray is directly across, and then your next spray is counterclockwise.
Right. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
That's exactly what we did. Yeah. Now I
Right,
see. Now I see that. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
So you generate a vortex, uh, and I noticed that one of the other great ways to test it is I wasn't. He hadn't sprayed me yet, right? So I step out of that area and I test weaker.
Yep,
Step back in and test it and test stronger.
yep.
Stepping out then, and once you spray yourself, that's it because
It's
you
over.
can't do anything else because you've your vessel,
You're
so to
already,
speak, is
yeah,
charged
yep,
and continuing until the spike voltage is enough to counter the effect, the health effect of
yeah.
the water.
Yeah. And the other thing for you is that take your spray bottle and spray the back of your phone. The reason I brought this up was because when I spray the floor and I do it on a over and over again, that floor will stay energized for days.
And some vessels I notice are continuously like they
Yeah.
pass that 8 hour mark and they're still
Yeah,
charged.
there is no doubt about it. We have no idea, depending on what's being done, how long that energy would actually last. So using a 4 to 8 hour window, it just means that we're telling people to recharge, recharge, recharge.
Right, right, right. Yeah, beneficial.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The stronger the energy when you're using it, the stronger the results.
Okay, great. So I had some other questions to ask if on working on larger bodies of water. I guess that's something that we'll get into later or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
definitely.
so I'm really interested when you're ready to open the chapter on that, so to speak.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that should happen. We're just waiting for the owner of the technology to get back, and we'll find out how quickly we'll move into that next phase.
Great. So we're talking more uh, on a homestead level or something like that. Actually, I mean, like what you were saying, like in my sandwich, I had some lettuce in a little sandwich kind of wrap I had for tonight. I got out the spray, and I sprayed the lettuce that was
Yeah,
in there, right?
yeah,
Right. Again, like the more you use it, the more you probably maintain the health effect, and I guess there's an amount of more things that are sprayed around you, the more charges you're going to have.
Exactly. And
Whether I forget to take my coffee cup, which I sprayed this morning, or I charged this morning with the coffee, and it remains there, and I bring another glass of water. At the end of the day, I'll wash them if I like it.
yes.
But maybe I
Yeah,
won't, and it's still there. It's going to stay.
it's your cup. You're the only one drinking out of
There
it.
you
I'm not
go.
going
As
to
long as
hold
no one
judgment
sees it.
on you at all. Whatever works.
Exactly, exactly. And then you have these spray bottles around you. I'm sitting in a chair, which I did that vortex layout of the spray. So this where I'm sitting now, it's a
Did
large
you ever
area.
did you notice anything significant about that? Or
Yeah,
did you?
I do feel I can go a little longer on the computer.
Okay,
Things
yeah,
like that. And they're only subtle things that they're all personal. It doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody, but because I know what my defects or where I'm not hitting the pinnacle,
yeah.
I notice the improvement. Right?
Yeah. And I think that's the important part that I really like people to understand is that everybody is going to generate their own story here.
I mean, I clean my glasses
Yeah.
with the water
Yeah.
so that I can have this here close to my eyes.
Well, not only that, that's a very good idea, to be honest with you. And so have you sprayed your eyes at all?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good, good.
absolutely.
I do too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was more concerned after I wanted to get a more of a less minded
Glass.
glass.
That's the one. If I was thinking of anything, it would be if I'm spraying my eyes, I want it in a glass bottle.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, but like anything, I think you Marcel told me this once. What's ever in front of you, choose the best option
Yeah. Yeah.
until you get a better option.
Until you get the right option.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's great. I really appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to the possibility of potential working on larger bodies of water. Whether it's uh, aquariums or for fish or
Yeah.
growing your own hydroponics or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
or different things like that. Even your micronutrients and things like that.
Yeah. That's coming. That's coming shortly.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of makes this portrait that you're painting.
Yes.
You keep adding to it.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
this is cool.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot, Mike.
You're
Thanks for
welcome,
putting this
Joe.
all together, man.
Sorry?
I said thanks for putting this all together, man.
Oh, my pleasure. This is, you know what? The best thing I can tell you is that I believe that this has specifically found me for, it's like this platform that I have was created and waited for this product to arrive.
Right.
The universe works in mysterious ways, and this has just worked out wonderfully.
Fantastic. Everybody's coming together.
Yep, it is.
That's
And
great.
we can do a lot of good right now for the whole damn world. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, thanks a
Excellent.
lot. So you have another meeting tomorrow night, is that right?
Yes,
You have
tomorrow night,
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays now?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, because I got the link through the website,
Yes.
and
Okay,
I
very
clicked
good.
on just to see if there was a meeting going on. So the
Okay.
website works.
It works. Yeah, awesome. Finally, got all these bits and pieces all coming together now, just at the
It's all
right
coming
time.
together.
Boom,
Absolutely.
let's go. Time to take
Everything's
off
coming
like a
together.
rocket ship. Yeah,
Everything's coming together.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thanks a lot. Thanks for
All
your
right.
dedication and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
hi, Christine, whoever you are.
yeah. Hi, Christine. She's
I
probably.
got just getting my 3-year-old out of the bath. Good questions, though, Joe.
So there goes the daughter, taking over the call. All right, well, that's great. We'll call it there for the evening. And yeah, Joe, join us tomorrow for sure. It should be interesting for tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Okay.
Mike.
All right.
Thanks, Christine. Take care, all.